Hey.
Ready?
Yeah. Charlie B stole $16,000 from you? That bitch is broke.
Hi guys! Alex is just fixing her hair, don't worry about that. Honestly, this might be cut out, so it's okay.
Great.
We got pluckers.
Yay.
We got fried pickles and oh shit, these are the fire and the whole wings. These are the spicy wings they have.
These is mine.
No, those are mine. These are yours.
These are mine.
And I got Baker's Gold. And what did you get? You got medium, right?
Yeah, I got bone-in. Medium.
Sweet, so we're just gonna eat and talk. One thing I did want to talk about that I was saving until we got on here. Do you know about the tea that's going on with HudaBeauty?
No.
So, it's good. Okay, hold on, wait, let me look it up.
Is it with Jeffree Star?
Yeah. So Jeffree made a video of like him
Trying products that hate him, right?
Yeah. And so
I hate him, so I didn't watch it. But I know.
I don't mind him. Yeah, and so he was talking about how HudaBeauty, they completely like stole this idea from like an indie brand. And so HudaBeauty did this campaign where their whole idea was like 1950s/60s, like in a kitchen baking things, and they were selling their baking powder, and it was supposed to be like flour. But this indie brand, their whole thing is about baking and stuff like that, and it's actually this mother of like 2 or 3, I don't know how many kids she has, but she like survived cancer and stuff like that, and so she made this makeup company called Beauty Bakery. And Huda's like entire branding is like in the desert and like sand and whatever. But then all of a sudden they come out with this campaign that's like, oh well, we're gonna be in the kitchen now baking. And let me show you the pictures. The campaign pictures look exactly like Beauty Bakeries. It's like kind of crazy.
So they stole their idea.
Yeah. And people were bringing it up with her, like, hey, like, did you steal this person's, like, idea? And she has just been ignoring people. Or one comment she put, she was like, well, we didn't see it until you guys brought it up. And it's like, okay, but you're still acknowledging that, like...
That you did.
Yeah. So this is Beauty Bakery stuff. Like, that's how all of her stuff looks.
Ooh.
Like, really cute, like...
Wait, but that's makeup?
Yeah, so this, the cake mix is, like, the foundation... And the eggs are like beauty blenders. So that's their whole thing. And then, like, see, these are the 2 campaign photos. That's HudaBeauty and that's Beauty Bakery. Yeah.
Come on. She thought no one would notice.
Exactly. And these are all the comments, people saying, like, bitch, what the fuck? Yeah. And so, I thought it was a little crazy. But she was saying, like, we didn't steal the idea, like, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe her. Because the campaign photos look way too similar.
That's what I'm saying. And then, like, they have the same idea.
Yeah.
Obviously something
like,
wrong.
From the beginning, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure with HudaBeauty, like, from the beginning, their whole aesthetic was, like, the desert and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden now it's, like...
Totally different.
Yeah, it's like, what a sharp left turn. And so, I just feel bad for the lady who runs Beauty Bakery. Because can you imagine, like, you survive cancer, you have kids, and you're like, oh, like, I want to do something for myself, like, have, like, a makeup company. And then you see this major, big corporation.
Steal your idea.
Steal, like, your idea and
make more money.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it. I just almost choked. But yeah, I thought it was kind of messed up, though.
It is.
A lot of people are saying, like...
I've been pissed.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that she should have, that she should apologize or she should like pull the product or whatever. I don't know.
I don't think that they are, right?
No. Because if she pulls the product, then she admits fault.
Yeah. True.
And she's not gonna do that.
She's just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, that's what I think. What happened was, I think she saw Beauty Bakery and was like, wow, that's a really cute idea. And she also saw that it's a smaller company, and I guess she thought that no one would notice. You know? But
she thought wrong.
Yeah, I know, right? And Jeffrey even posted like a conversation, like DMs between him and her, and she pretty much just is like. One thing that makes me laugh about people in the beauty community is that sometimes they get mad over like the littlest things. Like Jeffrey was saying like, oh, you stole this, you should apologize, like blah blah blah. And the one thing she brought up was, well, you told people that I blocked you when I wasn't.
What?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
Like that's the one thing you bring up. Like he's accusing you of like stealing, you know, being like inauthentic, like lying to people, and then you bring up, well, you said I blocked you and I didn't.
Off topic.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but yeah, I thought it was a little fun to talk about. Cause I didn't even know about it until I saw his video, and then I looked into it and I was like, bitch, they look way too similar. But this is really good. I haven't had Pluckers in a while.
I know.
By the way, ordering this was...
Let me tell you.
Ordering this was such a struggle. I think the lady asked us if we wanted blue cheese or ranch like 15 times in one phone call.
Okay, you want the 5-wing combo? Would you like ranch or blue cheese?
We'll take ranch. Okay, so you wanted the 5-wing combo? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want ranch or blue cheese? That was the entire phone call.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're not done ordering? Sorry.
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was so funny. Hello. Also, another thing I thought would be fun to talk about was like high school drama that we went through, like shit and stuff.
Did you ever have like a really close like guy friend who people like?
Yes, multiple times, but then it all ends badly, but not in the way you think. Usually they have a crush on me, and I'm just like, whoa, that's not happening, and then they never talk to me again. I remember one time, one of them, like, I think one of them told Lena to, like, shut the fuck up. Sorry. There's someone here, which is why, like...
Wait, why?
Yeah, so... I don't know if I should say names. I don't care. His name was Gideon. Yeah, that's what his name was. His name was Gideon, and he was, like, friends with, like, Haley and all them, which I'll get into that story in a minute. And so I met him through her. And we got really close, like, talking all the time, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought he was really funny and just, like, really cool guy. We also liked the same video games and stuff. He really liked Dragon Age, and I was like, sweet. And then I found out that he liked me through Haley. And but when I found out, it was like 2 or 3 days before, I think it was spring break. And so I didn't have a chance to, like, tell him in person. And so the way our school worked was that we had A and B days.
Oh, A and B days. Yeah, me too.
So for A days, you would have 4 classes, and then B days, you would have 4 different classes, and it would just switch off like that. And so I think the day, I forgot which day it was, but I know it's a day where I didn't see him. And so I was like, dang, like, this is the last day of school before, you know, spring break happens. And so And, you know, they were all talking about, he was all talking about, like, oh, we should hang out, like, in spring break, like, we should talk, blah, 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 like, you know, whatever. And I just didn't, honestly, I think I just should have waited till after spring break to tell him in person. But I just didn't want to have to, like, go through that and be like, haha, like, cancel out on him, like, all the time during spring break. And so I just sent him a text, I was like, hey, like, I'm really sorry I wasn't able to do this in person, but, like, I don't have, you know, the same feelings for you. Right. But I think you're a cool guy. Like, I still want to be friends with you. And, of course, like, every other person, he took it the wrong way and was pissed off. And I remember one time during lunch, he saw, because, you know, I was in theater, and there's this kid, I think his name was Dustin, and he was wearing, like, some sort of, like, weird fedora that was, like, bedazzled or something, sequins, I don't remember.
Damn.
And Gideon was, like, making fun of him. And, like, Lena at the time, she was in musical theater, I wasn't. And so she was, like, so I didn't really know him that well. And she was like, hey, like, leave him alone, like, he's just living his life, like, whatever. And he was like, well, you need to shut the fuck up. And I literally was, like, so taken back, and I literally was just like, no. And then it was really awkward after that. And so lunch ended, we all went our separate ways, and I went up to Gideon after that. I was like, don't you ever talk to her like that again. Ever. And after that, I was like, he can't sit with us.
Good.
I literally said that to them. I was like, he's not sitting at our table with us. Like, hell no. And of course, like, at the time, I was friends with, like, all these shitty people. So they're like, why? I'm like,
hello?
Yeah, you literally just saw him, like, tell Lena to, like, STFU.
Yeah.
But yeah. But what were you going with that? Sorry.
I think it was like, junior year. I was friends with this guy, Izzy. Like, we had been friends since freshman year. Like just friends. Like, we were just really close.
Yeah.
And then, I got close to his girlfriend, D.
Okay.
And so we would hang out all the time, but then, like, she started getting jealous of me hanging out with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, well, especially because they had a lot of problems, like, you could tell, like, he didn't like her the way that she liked him. And so then, like, he would start to distance himself. And so she was like, well, you had something to do with it. And I'm like, I'm dating someone.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was, like, going off on Twitter saying how, I was, like, messing around with him, and I was doing all this stuff with him because that's why that they're not doing good. And I was like, I got a whole man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want your man.
That is crazy.
And so, like, they broke up, and then I would tell him everything because he didn't have Twitter. And so I would just send him all the screenshots of her just, like, saying stuff about me.
Yeah.
And he's like, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not true. It's whatever. I'm like, yeah, true, whatever. And then once they broke up, and then, like, a few months went by, she messaged me again. And she was like, hey, like, I'm sorry that I said all those things. And I'm like, yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
and so she was like, like, do you think you can pick me up at this place? Like, my parents got in an argument with me, blah, blah. I was like,
no.
No.
Not gonna lie, that sounds like a fucking trap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause you, like you said, like, you guys weren't even that close. And so for her to all of a sudden be like, oh, can you pick me up?
Random.
Yeah, like, that just sounds like, come to the corner and I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she tried to fight me.
Really?
Over it. I was like, why would I fight you over something that's, like, not true? And she's like, you're just being a pussy, like, blah, blah, you just don't want to fight me. And I'm like,
yeah, I don't. Okay, are we done? That's one thing, too, is, like, I'll never understand why people fight over a person. It's like, why are you fighting over someone that only kind of wants you?
Yeah.
Like, if they're stuck choosing between two people, they obviously don't really want you. They want something about you, but they don't want like you as a person, as you know, as a whole. So I don't understand why. Oh, really? Ooh. Well, those relationships don't end well.
Exactly.
None of them do. I just realized I haven't had any of the pickles.
Eat one. I already ate two.
When?
Bitch, when I was talking to you.
I didn't even notice.
Bro, I ate one as soon as we started. I was like, yes, I'm gonna eat a fried pickle.
Oh.
How many did we order? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6?
I thought they usually just come with 4.
That's what I thought.
Huh? Don't know. More the merrier, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I told her.
Oh, what'd you tell her?
I was like, I was here before you, and I'm gonna be here after you. And she's like, she got so upset.
Oh, shit.
It was true.
Yeah. That's funny.
Sorry, you're insecure.
Seriously. But yeah, on that topic, speaking of like, you know, fighting over someone in theater.
Oh yeah.
So I was in musical theater. I'm definitely not going to say the names in this story because there's actually, yeah, no, I can't do it. Because there's someone in this story that I still really like, and I think she's really cool. Of course, we haven't talked to each other since high school, or actually no, since college, like freshman year.
Oh wow.
But I still consider her a friend. Like if she ever called me up and was like, "Hey, what do you want to do today?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, let's do something," you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in musical theater, and there was this boy. We're just gonna name him
Jim.
We'll name him Jim.
Blake.
Jim was kind of a dick, right? He was you know, just a kind of a spoiled, like, rich white boy.
Mm-hmm.
But, he was never, like, blatantly, like, horrible to people. Like, he was just kind of, like, very passive-aggressive with people.
Uh-huh.
To the point where you're just like, oh, yeah, he's kind of, like, an asshole. And, I had a crush on him. And, I remember, like, because you're in musical theater, like, I know people think it's weird that we all date each other. I thought it was weird before I got to theater, but you spend so much time together. It's not like, I can't really make the comparison because I was never in sports in high school, but I honestly feel like we spend a lot more time, like, practicing than I feel like other people in sports do, because we'll come to school early, do rehearsal, we'll go to class, whatever, and then we have in-class musical theater, so we'll do rehearsal in class, and then we stay after school and do rehearsal, and then, oh, no, the weekends are to yourself, because the weekends we come in for rehearsal. So it's literally like we're spending, like, so much time with each other.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's, exactly.
It's bound to happen, yeah.
And so, also, no secrets are kept in musical theater, because, again, we all spend so much time together that it just eventually, like, goes around.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone kind of knew that, especially my close friends, that I had a crush on him. And this one girl...
On Jim?
On Jim, yes. So this one girl, who I wasn't really close with, not because, like, I didn't want to or anything. It's just like, oh, I'm just friends with Lena, you know? And this other chick that's going to come into... Anyways, I don't know what to name her.
Was she rude?
Yeah.
Let's name her,
Regina. So, Regina, you know, she gave me, like, because at the time I didn't have a car or a license. And so, for rehearsal, she would, like, pick me up or, like, drop me off, like, you know, whatever. And so, on our car rides, we're just talking, whatever, and we kind of got close, and I told her, I was like, hey, like, I have a crush on Jim. And she's like, no way, like, that's so cute, like, you guys would be such a cute couple, like, you should ask him out, like, you should go for it, like, anytime we were ever, like, together, she would always encourage me to, like, you should totally go for it, like, he probably likes you too, and blah, blah, blah. And,
well, she's setting you up.
And so, the day finally came where I was like, hey, Jim, can I talk to you for a second? And I pulled him over to the side, and I was like, I don't really know how to say this, but I guess I'll just say it. I like you, and I think you're really cool, and I was wondering if, like, you would want to go out sometime. And he was super nice about it. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I'm actually talking to this other girl, like, da-da-da. I think he really was talking to another girl, but I don't think it worked out.
Oh.
At first I thought he was lying, but then I asked a mutual friend, and he was like, no, he was actually talking to someone. It just didn't work out. And he was like, but I really appreciate it. Like, it takes a lot of guts, you know, to ask someone out. So, you know, thank you, or whatever. Like, he was just really, really nice about it.
That's good.
And, then after that, you know, I went up to my friends, and I was like, yeah, he said no, but he was really nice about it, whatever. And so, Regina, she comes up to me, she's like, oh, what did he say? Did he say yes? And I was like, oh, no, he said no. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, blah, blah, blah. And she gave me a hug and everything.
Was he talking to her?
No.
Okay.
That's why I thought he was lying. Because I thought he was just talking to her and didn't want to say anything. But it turned out, like, he was actually talking to a different girl.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, and so, you know, time goes on or whatever, and then, like, a week or two passes by, and I notice, I'm like, Jim and Regina have been talking a lot with each other. And then a few days passed by, and I was like, why is Jim, like, holding Regina's bags for her? And why is Jim and Regina, like, tying each other's shoes and, like, dancing together whenever we're in musical theater? And so then I asked our mutual friend, who I'm going to name Bubblegum.
Is that a girl or a boy?
A girl.
Okay.
Because she's so sweet and I love her so much. I go up to Bubblegum and I'm like, hey, like, what's going on between them? And she's like, oh, they're dating. And I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, wow, okay. And I never, like,
confronted her about it?
That too. But I didn't like... I wasn't mad at her at the fact that, like, she was with Jim.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, there's nothing I can do about it.
But she didn't tell you, right?
But the reason why I didn't like her after that is because how manipulative she was. Like, she was just like, oh, you should go for it. Like, you should do it. Like, he totally likes you, blah, blah, blah. And so I have a feeling the reason why she was encouraging me was so that she can get an answer, and then she could be like, okay, sweet. He doesn't like her. Like, time for me to go in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't like her, because I was like, you're kind of manipulative, and
sketchy.
That's not... Yeah, and sketchy, too. Like, it just didn't seem right.
Mm-mm.
And so that's why I didn't like her. But for a while, I don't know if she still thinks this now, but for a while, she thought the reason why I didn't like her is because she stole Jim away from me. And I was like, how can you steal something that I never had? Like,
True.
He never liked me.
Exactly. I think she just, like, wanted to say that.
I know. I think she just...
wanted to kind of, you know?
Yeah, just kind of be like, I don't know. And so then, fast forward a year later. Like, we're graduated. We're all in college. We all have jobs, except for me. So, a lot of my theater friends, including Bubblegum and Regina, they worked at this candy store.
Oh.
We're not going to name the candy store.
Okay.
And the reason why, like, I wanted to work there is because all my friends work there.
Yeah.
And also, like, a candy store, hello, that seems like fun. And so, Bubblegum actually referred me to the owner.
Uh-huh.
And so I went in for an interview, and I was just talking with Bubblegum, like, we're just having so much fun. And then Regina walks in, and I already knew she worked there. But Bubblegum was saying, she was like, she goes to school, like, pretty far away. You know, it takes like 30, 40 minutes, like almost an hour to get to the, I'm not going to say what school. And so she was like, so she hardly works here. The only time she really works here is like spring break and like the summer. Because most of the time she's at school. And I was like, okay. And even if I do work with her, like, I don't care. Because, like, again, this was a year later. So
you should be over it.
Yeah. Like, at this time, like...
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, at this time, like, I was, like, already talking to someone else, like, whatever. So I was just, like, over it. And so, you know, the manager comes in, the owner, whatever, he interviews me. I say bye to Bubblegum, and I leave. Bubblegum calls me later that day. And she was like, you'll never guess what happened. So after I left, the owner went to go talk to the two of them. And he was like, she was so professional. Like, I really like her. I think she'd be really good for our team. And Bubblegum was like, yeah, like, we had her in musical theater. Like, she was so hardworking. She worked in theater production. So she, like, built a lot of the stages and blah, blah, blah. Like, she's really determined. And then he's like, oh, sweet. And so he's like, Regina, what do you think of her? And Regina's like, oh, she doesn't like me. And Bubblegum was like, what the fuck? And she was like, no, but she, you know, like, that was, like, in high school, but, like, she's really hardworking, like, trying to, like, you know, change the subject. And the owner was like, no, like, I want to hear what's going on. And he's like, why doesn't she like you? And she was saying, like, well, like, she doesn't like me because she's mad that, like, I dated this guy that she liked and blah, blah, blah. And I was on the phone with Bubblegum. I was like, bruh, that was a year ago. Like, I don't even think they were dating at the time still. Maybe they were. I don't remember. But, like, I was like, are you serious? Like, we're in college. Like, we're, like, pretty much starting our lives, and we just graduated. And
like, get over it.
And you're still worried about that? Like, a year passed. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
she's being immature.
I still got hired. But I couldn't believe it. I was like...
Did she stop working there, or she kept working there while you were there?
She kept working there when I was there. I don't think I ever worked a shift with her, though. So, and I only worked there for, like, 3 or 4 months.
But still, to never work with her?
Yeah, because, again, she was, like, off, like...
Oh. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was just so baffled that she was still on that. I was like, really? And what's funny, too, is, like, me and Lena's parents went to go see a show, and she was there. Because you know how you watch a show, and then you all come out, and you're, like, talking with the cast, and, like, saying, like, how much of a good show it was. Mm-hmm. And I saw her there. And Mrs. Lena's mom was like, oh, there's Regina. Do you want to go say hi? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh, is there a story behind that? I was like, yeah. She's like, it's okay. And she went to go say hi to her. And I just was like, no, I'm good. But yeah.
You're like, no.
But yeah. So she thought I didn't like her because she stole a boy from me. I was like, bitch, I don't care. Yeah.
You never even dated him. So it's not stealing.
Yeah. He never even liked me.
Yeah. To be honest, you never had a chance. Like, with him.
Exactly. Like, that's why I was like, why? Like, what? I didn't get it at all. But, yeah.
So then she called you, like, after, like, they had that talk, right? Mm-hmm. And she told you what happened?
Yeah. Also, another thing, too, I forgot to mention. Bubblegum would call me, like, all the time. Because they lived together for a while. Because whenever they went to school together, they all shared the same house.
Oh.
And so she would call me sometimes and be like... Because Bubblegum was, like, the sweetest person I've ever met. Like, she's like always so thoughtful, and so she would always tell me about these instances where she would do things for Regina, and Regina would just be so ungrateful, or like Regina would just talk to her in sort of like a demeaning way, and I would tell her, I was like, well, if that upsets you, then I think you should have a talk with her. I'm pretty sure they're still friends now, but she's just not a good person.
She doesn't sound like a good person at all.
Did you finish?
Yep.
Oh. I'm still eating. But yeah. Do you have any more stories about high school?
What else?
Not a lot of things happened to me.
Me either. I feel like I was just kind of like there.
Exactly.
Because that was the only reason why I was there. Like, I have to be here. Like,
Yeah. Like, I think people just take high school way too seriously.
they really do.
And I remember like the first day of senior year, I was so checked out. I came into school in my pajamas. I was wearing like sweatpants, like the shirt I slept in. Cause I think it's like, yeah, cause I don't understand why people get all nice. Like, girls will start to wear heels on the first day of school. I'm like, why? Why?
There was this girl one time in my, was it psychology? I think so, my psychology class. And literally, like, she walked in, heels, like, a tight dress, like, her hair was done. And she was like, yeah, like, it's my birthday today. And we're like, okay. Like, she was, like, fishing for them happy birthdays.
Oh my god. But on the first day, no one knows
No.
you.
Oh,
okay.
not the first day. It was just, like, her birthday.
Someone did that at my school, though. It was the first day of school, and she, like, had balloons and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, it's the first day of school. No one knows you. Like, why did you, like, what? She had, like, a pin and everything. I was like, aw, girl.
That's a...
Why?
That's a...
Like, I just feel like so many people in high school just want attention so bad.
They
I'm just
really
like,
do.
I was just honestly like, yeah, like, I'm just ready to go home.
Mm-hmm. So, you know how, like, the football games, I don't know, did you guys ever, like, chill on the rail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, there was, you know how, well, I don't know if I should say school. Well, the school I went to, there was, like, a group
Yeah.
who would, like, go to every single football game, like, home and away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they made shirts, like, they had a captain, they had, like, all this stuff, right? Extra. And so, they were, like, they thought they were, like, the shit. So they're like, okay, guys, the game started like at 7. They're like, okay, guys, we have to be there at 5 so that we can get on the rail, or else people are gonna take our spots. What the heck? Why?
That, like, oh my god.
So they would literally be there from 5 till 7.
Just so they can get on the rail.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
No. I only went to 2.
I only went to the home games. Even
Yeah.
then, I was like, should I even go?
Yeah, I only went to 2 games, both with Lena. And the first one was really fun. Like, we won that game, so the crowd was, like, super fun. Second game, the crowd was super boring. And so we're just like,
Well, we always lost, so it was never fun. So...
It's getting hot. I'm gonna turn on the fan.
Do
Sorry
it.
if you guys hear it. But, that's... Wow. Can you believe that I didn't get the superlative best eyebrows? I was so mad.
What? What? Like
Yeah.
an award or what?
Yeah, because you know in the
gosh.
yearbook... Oh, it's okay. You know in the yearbook how they have, like, superlatives? Like,
Yeah.
the best dress, like, best smile.
Best hair.
Yeah, I didn't get best eyebrows. How dare they?
Who did?
I don't know, some girl. She had good eyebrows, though.
But they weren't superlative.
But yeah. That's crazy. I don't understand why people take it so seriously.
I don't know.
It's just school. And
And
my
then-
eye is twitching.
I feel like there was just so much drama in there also.
Yeah.
Because they're like
So much unnecessary.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why don't you guys just, like, mind your own business or something?
they think that they're like hot shit.
I think so.
No.
No.
You're the same as me.
But yeah. I was gonna tell that story about Haley again.
Ooh.
But I'm tired.
Nah. We don't need to be talking about her.
Because she was, like, the epitome of, like, taking high school way too seriously.
But does like my outfit look okay? Like my hair too? Or
No, bitch.
it's uneven, huh?
Stop. I love how we didn't even go to the same school. And you know, like, that was so on point.
I want you to eat the fire and the whole wings.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even gotten to those.
I don't want to eat them. Eat them. I don't want to eat them. I'm scared.
All you get, your water's right there. You can just take one bite. Don't people say water makes it worse or something?
Yes,
I've
heard that.
I could see seeds.
I can see jalapenos.
Jalapenos. What is this?
Ranch.
Excuse me.
Yes, you.
I'm afraid to touch it with my fingers.
I'll touch it.
I'll have to wash my hands afterwards. Oh my god. It's the smallest one. How about we rip it in half?
Yeah. It literally smells like death.
I've already had these before, but I'm scared to have them again. Ready? No.
You're gonna put ranch on it?
No.
Okay. Is your size my size? Okay.
I'm just gonna take a bite. Ooh. These weren't as spicy as the ones I had last time.
Well, I ate a little seed and it gave me a little kick.
Oh wait.
I'm feeling it now.
Yeah. Shit. Yep. Mhm. Wow, we talk mad shit.
They say, "Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I can kind of feel it too. I was like, wait a minute, like these don't taste as spicy as they did
It
last
literally
time.
didn't.
Yeah.
It was like an aftertaste.
Yep.
Yep, it's still there. Ooh.
Yep. Mhm. Well, I'm done.
I'm done too. I'm full. That was really good.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Shit, let me know what you want me to eat next time.
Comment down below.
Comment below. Subscribe.
Like my channel.
Smash the like button.
Smash it. Literally punch your computer. That's the only way to subscribe to my channel.
Any other way?
Okay. Bye.